I was talking to James Mountcastle the other day, our PSM, who oversees all Yale Rep production. Basically, I said over the first 2 years, you do a lot of schoolwork, school productions. It's kind of like prep you through how to be a very professional stage manager. And then once you get to your final year, you get a chance to do a rep show. And kind of like, oh yeah, you realize everything you learned in the past 2-3 years is so helpful for you to be in a professional theater setting. We got a chance to work with actors from the field, directors, playwrights, or many other people from outside the school setting who may or may not understand how the school functions. And as a stage manager, have to like guide them through our unique institution, as well as collaborating with them as peers. Same time, just like this collaboration was great, and we all understand and try our best to put theater back together.
Working at the Rep is something that we look at for the first, in our case, 3 years, but normally 2 years of our time here. And they do some big fancy dancy stuff, and it can seem a bit intimidating when you're starting out and not knowing, some of you are more advanced in your careers than I, have more experience. And I think you want to show off, and you want to show what you've learned, and you want to do all the things. And I think what I learned was sometimes simplicity is better. Make your life easier, make the actor's life easier, make your budget easier, and you can still do all the things and get the big hits without making yourself sweat as much.
That's absolutely one of the best parts, I think, about having the Rep here, is because it is still tied to the school, and they give you the opportunity to fail. Like, you have that safety net, because you learn as much from failing as you do from succeeding. Like, I obviously don't want to, but you're given that support and that system that if that happens, you have people, you have classmates who are going to step in and be there and have your back, and you're going to learn from it and become better because of it.
One of the things that's essential to this piece to me is that, when things like that happen, we as a team need to be ready to sort of give each other space to take the time to make the corrections, and also how do we sort of adjust our schedule? How do we communicate now what we need from each other, because it's not what we thought that we were going to need from each other, and make things work and continue to stay flexible. And that's just those kinds of things. They're everywhere. That's going to happen everywhere. It doesn't matter where I go after Yale. There will always be some piece that didn't get put up, some pipe that was in the wrong place, some speaker that was not the speaker that we ordered. So getting to move through a process like this, where we got to practice that kind of generosity in our collaboration, was absolutely essential.
I think what I learned most, not only through this process, but at the school in general, is that I really need to embrace that I'm here to learn. This is a school, so don't be afraid to fail, as Dani said, because I think it's really safe space that's built for you to experience that failure. And I think there's sometimes, because it's the professional school and because there's a title Yale into it, I think there's sometimes a pressure that you want to prove yourself and how good you are at your job. But I think when you're actually centering your learning experience throughout all the production experiences, that think about what I can learn from this process, I think that's been most helpful thing that helped me grow.